Hello again, this is clmalcz, and I'm doing my third installment in the video learning journal for Tech 3030. Basically, it looks as if this last third installment that's going to review weeks 13, 14, 15, and 16 has one common theme throughout it, and that is communication. Communication with the stakeholders, communication with them in week 13 is basically, one of the things that we found was going to be most important with the stakeholders is how to talk to them, how to present what we can do for them, how to let them know that we're available and out there, and find out exactly what it is that they need for their company or their project, so that we can properly assist them. And that communication is going to be key with them. Week 14, we talked about change management and how instructional design can assist with that. We have definitely different ways that we can do that. The instructional design can not only show the things that do need to be changed, but we can also use that instructional design to make sure that the people that are going to be making the changes, the people that are on the floor, can understand why it is that we're implementing these changes, and to see how all the changes are going to benefit them as well as benefiting the company. For example, in a situation like lean, it appears as if that is a big concern for some people, that as things are being automated or changed, what's going to happen to their job. And by having good communication, I think that can be probably a little bit better explained and understood, so that maybe it'd be a little bit more receptive. And I think that as an instructional designer, we could do that. We can help them to be more receptive, and so we can help assist in that change management by using good communication skills. Good communication skills are also going to be important as we look at the information that we discussed on week 15, marketing our skills to management, and who is the customer, making sure that we find out who the customer is, and get that information out there to them, letting them know whether it's a corporation that you already work for. Like in my situation, I already work in a dental office, and maybe what I can do is let my employer know that I now have some skills that I can use to create some programs that can be used for training in our office. Then he could maybe share with his friends, and then eventually maybe I have a paid position out of that. Also, we would need to, maybe look outside the box and find some other ways to get that information out there if we're not as fortunate as Jackie and Justin being, in the situation they are at a facility like Root. Many of us might be just kind of doing this independently on our own, or again working for the companies that we already work for, and just making sure that people know that we have that, and those communication skills are going to be key in that. Making sure that we're able to conduct a first-rate performance analysis week 16, even though we may have some constraints, whether they be financial constraints or time restraints. It's going to be key that we communicate with our stakeholders, communicate with those that we're going to be working with, that we want to be certain that we have a quality product when we're done, and that shortcuts shouldn't really be taken. However, as we get faster, better, and get to be more familiar with the technology, or with maybe some tools that we've put in for ourselves, that would hopefully be able to kind of work those bugs out. But it is important that we are putting out a quality product, and conducting ourselves professionally, so that in the future that results in more positions for us and more opportunities to do instructional design. So those things said, I think communication is going to be key with anything that we're doing, and that's going to be an important focus for us as we continue on. With the capstone, mine is almost complete. I had some issues with uploading some photos, my own personal issues as far as my phone at one point had gone into a pool and it ruined my photo card. So I'm going to have to try and see what I can do with that, and try and get some photos up onto the PB Wiki that I am creating, and then I should be able to submit that. Hopefully things are going well for the rest of you, and we excited to see the end of this particular semester. Looking forward to working the rest of the way through the ATE program. And for those of you that are graduating, congratulations to you. I'm jealous. Have a great day.